Welcome back to the sweatshop. In today's video, we're going to be working on this 2010 Nissan Rogue. What we're doing in today's video is we're going to be replacing the lower control arms. Now, there are two main reasons as to why the control arms generally get replaced. Either because they're rotted to hell or because this joint on the back of the arm fails. Now, in this case, we've got two terrible ball joints. They are completely kicked to crap, and well, we need to replace them. Now, both of these arms are aftermarket joints. I don't know for sure whether the ball joint, aftermarket ball joint, would fit in the arm comfortably. I've had issues with that in the past, and because the bushings are also bad or starting to separate, I opted out to get the complete arm instead. Yes, it is more expensive, and you can just service these bushings on their own or the ball joint, but you can't really guarantee that they're going to fit very well. And the last thing you want to do with a press fit ball joint is press it in and then have it come loose, a few months down the line. So my advice, start off with a good arm if your arm isn't the original, or you can just replace the joint. And then of course you can replace the bushings on their own as well. But I definitely would not recommend putting aftermarket ball joints on an aftermarket arm. If you have the time to spare, then it's not the worst thing. However, it can turn into a nightmare. Now, if you do put a ball joint in and the thing is starting to move around and you hear some knocking, the arm design like this, you can go ahead and put a tack well here or a tack well there, and that'll keep the bucket of the joint in the arm. It's not advised, it's not the best thing, but it is a solution. Nonetheless, we avoided all of those issues. We got a quality arm in these 3.5 arms. These are the part numbers here for the arm. That's the right side there, and then the left side over here, okay? Now, what you want to do is get yourself something of quality. I think it's Mevaltex on this car. I'm not 100% sure. Personally, I don't really like the Mevaltech. They tend to be kind of craptacular. And if you see the other videos related to this car, we just did one on a tie rod or on the tie rod replacement. And holy crap, you won't believe how much play is still there even after replacing the tie rod. And the tie rods were tired like you wouldn't believe. They were done. But yeah, this thing here, spectacular amount of play on the joints in the front, just amazing. That being said, we're going to get rid of all that today, and then tomorrow we'll take this thing for an alignment. If you are going to attempt this at home, make sure you watch the full length of video before attempting it, because this is one of those jobs that could potentially turn into a nightmare if the bolts don't want to come out, or if they're seized in either the subframe or in that bushing in the rear. So yeah, heed the warning and see how much fun I might go through. That being said, make sure you get I think I said this already, but get a quality part so you're not having to do this over and over again. Okay, yeah, before we get started with today's video, do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you never miss one of my new videos. All right, let's put this thing up in the air and I'll show you the travesty that is this ball joint. Now, whenever checking play in a joint, first thing you want to do is put the car up in the air and then go ahead and shake the wheel left and right, up and down. Well, that is an excessive amount of play, and that is only the ball joint. The tie rod was bad, which we replaced literally 15-20 minutes ago, and this thing still has a considerable amount of play, which shows you how bad the joint was. In this way, you can force the ball joint in a bit up and down, but we don't have any actual up and down play, so it's just side to side here, and like, that is spectacular, man. Anyhow, let's go and show you what it looks like from the opposing side. Now, you gotta watch the jingle jangle of this here. It is awesome. I mean, that is pretty good. Now, what you want to do is, if for whatever reason you don't have much play, but you hear a bit of a knocking sound or it just feels kind of funny, the best way to check it is to go ahead and take your pry bar and pry in between the joint there. Fuck, that looks like it might come out. No, I'm not that strong. I mean, that is a fucking superb amount of play. But Anyhow, this is exactly what you don't want. Literally, you don't want anything like that. We got that. I mean, that is fucking spectacular. Anyhow, that is the problem that we are seeking to remedy today. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that wheel off. 21 mil. You have one of these stupid things, make sure it's all the way in before you gun it. Oh God. I don't remember if I've done one of these stupid things before, but I'm pretty sure that I don't have to touch the CV in order to get this thing out. So at this point, I'm not planning on touching this thing. Oh yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, John was right. He definitely needs brakes. Goddamn. Anyhow, now in case you're wondering why it is we are replacing the complete portion there, kind of hard to tell on camera, but it is separating here. This rubber portion they do sell separately, but like I say, I mean, this arm looks to be decent, but I don't know, because some joints or some arms, when you buy them aftermarket, they will use a different ball joint, and the last thing I want to do is do all that work of taking everything apart and then having this thing get stuck on my hoist and, you know, not have the parts that are going to fit correctly. And then the other thing is you want to make sure that the part's going to be in there nice and tight. Generally, if there's not much surface area, which there isn't with this here, it eventually comes loose and it won't be good. So opting for an arm may be the best solution. Yes, it's an additional like $60-$70 per side, but it's worth it for longevity and lack of headache, especially for the customer. Okay, now let's stop rambling and start getting some shit done. This here usually is a free open nut. I don't think it's captured, so we're gonna help ourselves get some WD. Get your WD and give it some WD. We're gonna do the same to the other side and any other bolts that are accessible. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get that out. We may have to find out the hard way, but I'm going to try and not touch this end or the other end of the stabilizer link. This nut here, yes, that is a nut and not just a clump of rust, is basically going to be a real pain in the ass if we try to get this out, because obviously these are not a problem that I can see right now, and we don't want the customer to have to pay for new ones. So what we're going to do essentially is we are going to try to get to that nut there. Let's autofocus so you guys can see what I'm talking about. We're going to try and get to that nut there either by compressing the suspension somehow or doing some sort of trickery to basically get that guy out of place. Of course, Nissan wasn't smart enough to design something good, so they couldn't figure out a way to make this bolt or make the other bolt there accessible like this one is. So yeah. Now, if you have a 21 mil flex socket, you should be able to get on this thing here in a 3/8 version and crank it open. Just depends on how tight that guy is. It's 126 foot-pounds of torque, I believe, which means it's probably like 200 foot-pounds of rust tight currently. Yeah, I'm gonna go figure that out and I'll let you know what I come up with. Okay, so what I've done and what I do not recommend you guys do is what I'm doing. Basically, I've got my two stands. You can see that red pole off in the corner there, that guy there. It's right directly underneath the ball joint, and I have compressed the suspension with the weight of the car, which will allow me to fit one of these guys here in there to smash this stupid thing off. Do I suggest doing this? No, it's a horrible idea. It is not safe. Make sure if you're comfortable doing it, go ahead and attempt it. But the best way would be to either disconnect this side or the other side so you can move the sway bar out of the way. Unfortunately, in Canada, well, everything is just really stupidly expensive. And this customer is a really good guy. I really like him. So I'm trying to help him out. And I don't want to basically tell him, yeah, you need this, you need that, blah, blah, blah. To hell with all that. We're going to try our best to help a brother out. You know what I mean? Gun. We need the air impact gun because the small one ain't going to do shit. Let's get the air gun in there. We got a 10-inch extension. Now I'm doing this bolt first because I want to take pressure off the suspension so that I can do my work safely without having the car want to come down on my head. All right, heave-ho, baby. Oh, let's put some pressure in that gun. Heave-ho! Yeah, that's what we're talking about there, eh? Well, both still in good condition, but there ain't no anti-seize on that. We need anti-seize, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm going to go do the other side. I'll be back. Now, we're going to go ahead and take the pressure off the suspension. You'll see what happens. Yeah, that's right. Japanese engineering at its stupidest. Haha. Nissan, baby. It just they do stupid shit sometimes, and this is one of them things. Anyhow, all right. Let's get that front bolt. Oh, don't hit the camera. We're on a 21 mm flex, 10-inch extension, and a rapido gun. And that just means a heavy-duty gun in my head. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, don't drop the bolt on the control arm. God damn it. Alright, alright. Alright, now you gotta get an 18 mil. I don't know why. Nissan went to 18 and they started using 13 when the like late 90s or early 2000s rolled around. I don't know why. I find it weird. Like it's just never been a socket size that Japanese use. But I started working on them in like the 90s. So like the stuff from the 90s was all like 12, 14, 10. 17, 19, 21, that kind of thing. Anyhow, I don't know why, but they went to 18 and 13 mil on their cars for certain sockets stuff, and it's just kind of annoying because it kind of, you know, I don't know, as a technician, you kind of get into a groove and you know what's what. I guess I've gotten into the groove now, but, you know, just fucking use 19s, all right? That's all I'm saying, bro. Maybe they got extra cheap and they thought shaving that extra millimeter off the bolt over a million bolts or whatever it is would save the company. Well, you're still in problems and it's all these years later. Anyhow, gunner! Guy. There we go. Oh yeah, baby. Well, at least it works. Oh, they greased it. Good job. Good job. Whoever did this job, not such an asshole, eh? Get an 18 mil for this wonderful joint as well. I'm gonna go back to the electric gun because, well, I don't have to log around the hose and worry about hitting the camera. I'll tell you, I just did the other side with my air hose and holy crap, does the Ingersoll Rand have so much more horses than this guy. This guy's only 400, I think, not busting torque or whatever. The other one's supposed to be rated at 1,000, but the airline's up at like 120, so it must make quite a bit more. Well, not quite a bit, but some more. Now, once you've gotten the nut off, the shenanigans are going to continue on this side. You're going to take your 18 mil socket, you're going to hit this guy with all... Look at how bad that is. Like, holy shit, man. It's crazy. Anyhow. You're going to hit that guy. Basically, you want that situation there, right? Make sure you take that bolt over to your bench grinder. You grind the absolute shit out of it. Make sure there isn't more than 90% of that bolt there. This one here is there. You can see there's a little bit of pitting in the middle, but this is more than reusable. We're going to anti-seize the ever-living shit out of this thing and put it back in the hole. Now begins the fun task of separating the joint from that thing there, the spindle. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we have a little nubbin here that is sticking out. That is the ball joint. What you're going to do is you're going to stick a socket on that nubbin that is smaller. Well, let's flip that guy upside down, okay? Like so. Okay, it doesn't want to stay, so you're going to have to hold it there because it's being a little bitch. Anyhow, you're going to stick that little guy in there and you're going to take the pry bar and you're going to work the little shit out. So, this is what it's supposed to look like. Maybe a fucking magnetic socket would have been the choice here. Anyhow, let's get some light in there. Right. Oh yeah. Okay, so I just broke the seal there. Gonna continue to go down like so. Believe me, my friends, this is much easier than separating it any other way. Okay, you just want to keep going slowly, and then when it starts to look like the end is near, you're gonna build her back up. This is a pry bar. Yes, that's right. It's some pry bar on pry bar action, baby. Oh yeah, fucker. Come on. Come on. And that there is the easiest way to get that guy separated. Okay. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to pry the joint. Like, you leave that guy alone for now. We're going to pry this control arm away from the car. because what's going to happen when it drops out is it's going to want to drop out on my head. Anyhow, now we're going to apply this stupid control arm out. Son of a bitch. Now, from this side here, we're just going to pry her out like so. Nothing special. You're going to keep an eye on the CV shaft to make sure it does not pop out. And there's our control arm. Okay? Let's see if we can smash it with the pry bar, because it's pretty much, or with my mallet, because it's pretty much out there now. Okay, so let's give it a few whacks and if that takes care of things. No, that ain't gonna do shit. Let's employ the pry bar method. Do do do. Some say I should have picked a career as a singer. I still think I made a wise decision to become a mechanic. Okay, so we're gonna just give her a little bit here. Oh, you fucker. Oh, come on, guy. I don't want to get another socket. Damn it. Anyhow. Oh, man. Only a half-inch socket's going to do it. And that's not... No, I don't... No. No. Let's get her like this. Into that bolt there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh! Fuck! Well, we got it out. It just tried to attack my fucking shoe and my tripod, which scared the fuck out of me because I don't want to buy a new one. Okay, so for whatever reason, I had some skullduggery there on the other side. Of course, you all know what the nubbin looks like because that's pretty much all you saw. Anyhow, you're going to get your socket, stick it in there, make sure the CV is nice and tight. And I'm eating the nut because I loosened this side. I am going to be swapping it out. Now, hold this guy in there and begins the prying process. Okay, just like so. Nice and easy, slowly, inch by inch. Maybe I should move my hand, but basically that's what you want to do. When you get to the point where you can't really go any farther, you're going to get another pry bar. Okay, you're going to stick that other pry bar in there between the CV and this guy here. Okay, now you're not going to be able to see shit like that, so let me reposition the camera so you can understand what the Jimmy is doing. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna stick the pry bar here like so, and then we're gonna stick the other pry bar in like this, and we're just gonna work the one pry bar. Oh, god damn. Oh, I think this guy's on steroids. There we go. A little bit of fucking precision. Okay, we're almost completely all the way out now, so good to go on this side. We're going to separate it and hammer it all the rest of the way. All right, let's get this guy out. Now that hit me with your best shot is stuck in my head. Son of a bitch. Fire away. Oh shit. Well, at least I was holding it this time before it fell out and smashed my camera or tripod. That is how you do it. Okay. Alright, so it's been about a half an hour now. I have ground down all my bolts and anti-seized them and all that sort of stuff. Made them all look pretty. And we're going to go ahead and put it in. I'll show you what I did on the other side. It is not the hardest of things. It's actually quite decently easy. As long as you do what I do. And of course, if you have a better way, well, let me know. What you want to do is shove this guy in here like so, just to get that joint in. Okay, let's try that position there. You can actually see what the hell's going on. Okay. All right. What we need to do is move the whole spindle assembly back like so we can force the arm up. Oh, fuck. Well, I didn't want that to happen, but it did. Grab your bolt, clean her off, try and get that guy back into position. Let's get my hammer. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Well, that guy's not going to fall out. So let's try and get the other bolt in the front in. We're trying to get that bolt in there. Make sure that CV shaft does not come out of position. Oh man, this is so much harder with the camera in the way, truthfully. It's like a real pain in the ass to do like that. Okay, now let's get the pry bar to help line the bolt up. I think we got to go back a bit. Yeah, correct this. I'll thread that guy up by hand. Okay, now get your flex. Oh fuck. Well, that did not go the way I wanted. I'm gonna inspect that bolt to make sure I didn't fuck it up. Well, thankfully I did not. So let's reattempt that. Let's give it a few whacks. I can't thread that up now. Let's see if we can. Oh, we're gonna have to fucking fix that up. Wonderful. Okay, attempt number 3. Let's send her in. Oh, you know what the problem is? It's because this guy here is in my way. I don't want to take that CV out, but it's making my life a pain in the dingus end. We gotta pry this guy forward a bit, or backward like so. Okay, yeah, that's why. I have too much of a gap. All right. Okay, well, we'll leave that in there. We'll tighten that up after. Let's adjust the front of the arm here. So I couldn't get this stupid thing out without the CV being dislodged. So I took the CV nut off. Now I'm gonna slide the CV shaft out like this to get some more room so I can push the joint up like so. Okay, now I should be able to slip the bolt in there with really no issue. At least that's the prayer or hope that I have. Okay. Come on, guy. What's your problem? I think I got it. You know what? I'm gonna try it with my wrench first. Okay. So looks like we got it. Let's get a rag and wipe the grease off my hand. God. Now let's slowly go in there with my flex socket. Yeah, we got it. So now let's show you what exactly I'm talking about. So now that we have this bolt lined up, it's not tight, it's loose. Like I can still physically move the thing. You can see the separation there. What we need is to now get this back bolt in. So make sure you get your bolt, make sure it is debris free. And what you're gonna do is slide her on in like so. And we're gonna hold it like a so, and we're gonna find my mallet. Where did I put it? Oh, we'll use the hand for now. Yeah, that worked. Okay, now you can see the bolt poking through there. Now, just thread it up by hand a bit. And there we go. Man, I'm doing some crazy stupid angles in this video. You can't see shit. Now there you can see our bolt is together. It is threaded together, so that's all we need. As long as you have those two bolts on the control arm there, you can now tackle the ball joint side. Now, what you want to do on the ball joint side is basically, you're going to move the spindle away. You're going to bend this guy as far as you can that way. And then you're going to line it up to insert into the spindle hole. Okay, now our bowl, or CV, sorry, it's blocking us. Do that guy. Okay, like so. Now that should fall in. Oh shit. There we go. And now we're gonna push it. Oh, she's stiff, baby. She's stiff. Is that CV bottomed out again, or let's see if we got any plate. Oh yeah, CV's bottomed out. Fucking trash. Ah, Nissan. Yeah, so this one's gonna be a bit harder to get in because we're gonna have to send her in a little cocked. So basically what's happened is the other end of the CV has bottomed out, so we don't have any actual, we don't have any space left. So I can't physically push this thing in, but that's the only way it's gonna go in. I don't wanna do it the other way, where I basically do this in reverse and do the other side. It's slightly off, so I should be able to hammer it home, because once you get that little section in, it's gonna push the whole thing out. So anyhow, I'm gonna hammer this thing home. If you can't get yours in, you're gonna have to basically loosen up the other side, put this side in, and then do the other side, which with the rear bushing, it is a pain in the ass as well as the front one too. So anyhow, let's fucking do this with you guys watching. I'm gonna move the camera out of the way. All right, let the smashing begin. Now, remember, smashing can only commence with a mallet. You do not want a rubber or metal hammer. You will destroy your joint. And when you're done taking in as much oxygen as you can, well, that's not right. Can't smash with that hand. Now, get your anti-seized bolt, shove it in the hole like so, okay? And then begin smashing. We're almost there. We're almost there. Almost there, I promise. Okay, I'm starting to get winded, so let's just fucking give ourselves a little bit of help here. Shouldn't take very much, but who knows, brother? Nice and easy on the arm. Do not go on the joint. There you go. You can see it slide in there. Well, I could see it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's easier than swinging around the hammer. All right, perfecto. And that is how you install one of these stupid joints. Now what we need to do is snug up the bushing portion, that guy in the back there, and once we get that guy snugged up just a bit, then we can go ahead and try and find that bottom bolt, or the back bolt, sorry, for the forward bushing. Okay, now it looks like it's not lined up. That's because of the angle of the camera, but I'm pretty sure it is. I've compressed the suspension not on the arm or the joint, but on the face or top hat of the rotor. Now we're gonna slide that guy in there and thread it in by hand. Just check to make sure. Yes, we are good to go. Okay, so let's get my Ugga Dugga. All right, let's get this guy in here. Give her the old Ugga Dugga treatment. Okay, now we can snug up the front side, and now once we do that, we can torque everything down. There we go. Yes, we have done it. Now you can clearly see where I've put the stand in order to compress the suspension so that I could put the bolts into the control arm. Now what we're going to do is take the pressure off of it. Go ahead now, take your wonderful bolt or your nut and thread it onto your bolt. This is usually pretty easy, not making it look hard. Low torque Ugga Dugga. God damn it. All right, let's go get my 18 mil wrench. I thought I'd be able to hold it by hand, but yeah. Grab your torque wrench, set it to 46 foot-pounds or 63 newton meters. Wonderfully, that is done. Go ahead, grab your torque wrench and set it to 104 foot-pounds or 142 newton meters. Make sure you put this guy up top there so that the nut don't go all over the place, you know what I mean? Now, you don't have to hold it yet unless it starts moving. All right, spectacular. Now, for these wonderful bolts here on the front, you're gonna set your torque wrench to 126 foot-pounds or 171 newton meters. I'm going in here with a 20-inch long extension because my camera's in the way. And also it just makes it easy. Of course, you're going to have to load the suspension up again to do this stupid joint or this stupid torque. Okay, let's see if I can get in on that front bolt. Shit, I can barely see. I don't know. You guys can't. Yeah, you guys can't see shit. Okay. All right. Well, you're just going to have to trust me that there's a bolt behind that socket. Okay, good to go. Now you're going to go ahead and torque this CV nut. If you don't have a friend to step on the brakes, grab a punch or something like that to stick between the vanes of the rotor, and that'll hold it put. With that punch there, it'll hold everything still while you torque it. The torque spec for this particular CV nut is rather low. It is 92 foot-pounds or 125 newton meters. Don't forget to install your cotter pin. Some of these CV nuts, I don't know if the original does, but sometimes they'll come with a cage. Just line the cage up to let the cotter pin go through and you'll be good to go. I can go ahead and reuse mine. It looks to be in reusable condition. Let's get a hammerino. Smash that guy through. Alright. Yeah, baby. Okay, now let's get a vice gripe. I should have got one of those when I went through the first time. Fuck sakes. Okay. I'll get the vice gripe. Bend her back, baby. Alright. These are some big ones, so they're a bit of a pain in the ass to bend. Definitely don't do those by hand. It will rip a hole in your fucking finger. Oh, come on, eh? There we go. There we go. That is that. Now all we gotta do is throw our wonderful wheels on and torque the stupid things. I might as well do that now because the frame is right. Oh! It is currently 9:30. Oh yeah! Oh! After a full day's work, this tire, which at 9 a.m. usually starts off at, I don't know, 60, 70 pounds, at 9 p.m. on a full work day, usually ends up weighing what feels like, I don't know, 700 to 900 pounds. So yeah, it multiplies by factors of 10. She gets up there, all right? And the older you get, just add another couple of multipliers. Anyhow, always thread your bolts up by hand because, well, we don't like it any other way. Because when you cross thread them, tears will flow from the face orifice. The eye socket orifice is where the tears will flow from. And if you're really deranged, other places in the face region, you know, some people slobber while they cry, which is fucking weird. Anyhow, hold the wheel in and fire. With the amount of play that we had, very, very importante. You want to shake the wheel to make sure there ain't nothing shaking around that shouldn't be shaking around. You shouldn't have any play at all, okay? Nice and stiff is what you want, and that's what we got, so we're good to go. Grab your torque wrench, set it to 80 foot-pounds or 108 newton-meters. The Jimmy spec is 100 foot-pounds or 135 newton-meters. Good to go. Well, that's all she wrote for this one. All you got to do now is take this thing for an alignment and yeah, hope that all is well and it stays well for quite a while. That being said, I hope you found the video entertaining as well as informative. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss one of my new videos. And as always, thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one. Peace! Welcome back to the sweatshop. Oh, come on, settle down, camera. Why are you fucking moving all over the place, you pile of shit? You don't have... God damn it, it's hard to fucking... I'm trying to step around the tripod so I don't fucking knock this stupid thing. Anyhow, yeah. Where the fuck you at, W? You motherfucker, you always hiding this shit. Bitch! Where you at, bitch? Now, if you have a 21 mil the Slex? What the hell's a Slex, idiot? Nonetheless, we're gonna do something. Can't even fit a wrench in there. God damn it, this piece of shit car. Anyhow, kind of thing. Sorry. And I forgot about editing there. I don't have to say sorry. I can just fucking edit it out. Oh god. Okay. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna. Oh, you kidding me? I didn't even get the bottom portion coming out? Fuck me, man. Okay, whatever. We'll have to do the other side. Okay, so from this side here... Oh, fuck off. Okay, so it's been about a half an hour off camera. I put the other side in and grind up all my bolts and all that stuff. I haven't torqued the other side or done any of that wonderful stuff, but I've just put the joint in. So, I'm going to show you what I did and how... Well, obviously, that's why I'm doing a fucking video, you idiot. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is basically, we're gonna slide this portion of the arm in first. We want the arm to basically be snuck in here. Oh, I can't see because the light's in my fucking eyes. So basically, what you wanna do is you wanna shove the arm. God damn it. It's hard to walk around with the camera the way. Anyhow, can't see it from here because, well, I'm trying to get you guys a good shot, but we're gonna have to move this fucking camera. Anyhow, we're gonna do this joint first, then we're gonna run this bolt up just a bit, and then we'll do the opposite end afterwards. So let me hold this joint, stop the camera, and get a better position. to slip that joint or the bowl. Okay. Debris free. Fuck, I didn't see that side, buddy. Holy shit. Now, what we need to do is snug up the back portion or the bulge or the bushing. Oh, settle that guy down. Fuck. Where you at, guy? Where you at, bro? Where you always hiding this shit, bro? I'll tell you, these tools are always trying to get away on vacation. You know, on company time. I don't like that. Aw, damn it. Okay, anyhow, we're gonna have to get an extension. Sometimes my brain try to get away on company vacation time. Problem is, I don't realize I am the fucking company. You know what I'm saying? Sucks, bro. Now you can see where I took the pressure off this work. Now you can see where I put the that's all, folks. Fuck. Now you can clearly see where I put the stand to take the I'm not taking anything off. I'm adding pressure, Jimmy. He's stupid. Now you can clearly see where I put the stands in order to pressure up. Oh my god. It's fucking late in the day, guy. I'm tired. I haven't eaten anything. You know, the regular. Anyhow. Alright. Set your torque wrench. Oh, of course you're gonna fucking rotate, you prick. Now you're gonna go ahead and torque this wonderful CV nut. Of course, if you don't have a friend, you'll be in just good hands. Hey, you'll just be in good hands. The fuck is that? Grab a punch or something like that to stick between the vanes of the rotor, and that'll hold it put. I don't know if that made sense or not, because I don't remember what the fuck I said, but I'm not gonna stop this recording to go and see. Let's see if my original cotter pin nut is, or cotter pin nut. Oh my god. Get a 21 mil and fire, baby! Fuck, we're gonna put my oh yeah! I'll put it in reaching distance. Yeah, this isn't the best angle, but we're going for it. Alright. Oh yeah, she's stiff, baby. Like someone threw the blue pill at her. Oh!